Let's talk about Paris Hilton for a minute. This is a news article that came up today. Paris Hilton, a has-been, question, prompts to walk out. And Dan Harris, an ABC news journalist, asked Paris Hilton, ever worry about your moment having passed? Now, having seen the video, she went like this, and she looked at her publicist and didn't say anything, and then went off to have like a hot talk with her publicist. And then she later resumed the interview and said, I've been doing this for 15 years now, and it's been a long time. So just like any other business person or somebody in the industry, it's important to reinvent yourself and come up with new projects. What I wanted to point out is that Paris Hilton, born February 17th, 1981, is having her Saturn return. Her Saturn is at 9 degrees Libra in the 10th house. As you know, this is Astro theme, ASTROTHEME. And so her Saturn at 9 degrees has been impacted, or as my daddy would say, had it been being impacted for the last year. Like if we go, this is July 21st, 2011. Let's go back 1 year, July 21st, 2010. We see that Saturn is at 0 degrees Libra. Now, I've talked about the hand grenade blast range of aspects where close is good enough. Well, some interesting things happened with Paris Hilton during 2010, and Saturn went into Libra, backed up into Virgo, kicked my butt again, went forward into Libra again, and on July 2nd, when Saturn was still at 28 degrees Virgo, Paris Hilton got busted for pot. Then on the 17th, we're getting Saturn at 29 degrees. We're creeping up. She got busted on pot again, and this is when Saturn went direct. Okay? And then on the next month, August 2010, on the 28th, we have Saturn at 3 degrees Libra, and it's getting really close to her 9 degrees Libra. Saturn is the law, you know, and she was given 1 year probation that ends on August 28th, 2011, and then in September 21st, as Saturn is at 6 degrees Libra, that's 3 degrees away from her Saturn at 9 degrees. She gets turned away at the airport in Japan saying, "No drug-busting gal coming to Japan." And then she couldn't go to Indonesia or Malaysia either because they're even more strict about drug busts. Okay? Now let's talk about a Saturn return for girlfriend. Okay? Okay, let's take a look at current transits. We're back to the 21st. So Saturn is the Mr. Miyagi of the zodiac. He's not to be feared, he's to be respected, and he is to be obeyed. If he says wax on, wax off, that means wax on, wax off. Now, everybody who's having a Saturn return at this time is going to be involved in the great cardinal mashup because we have Pluto at 5 degrees Capricorn right now. We have the planets in late degrees of Cancer, with Mars in Cancer creeping up, and it's going to be Mars in Cancer. When Mars goes into Cancer, it's going to hit the Saturn in Libra. It's going to square the Saturn in Libra. It's going to oppose the Pluto in Capricorn. It's going to square the Uranus in Aries. Everybody who's having their Saturn return, their first Saturn return or their second Saturn return at this time, is going to be having a lot of other things impacting on them. It's like you think, you look at the Middle East and all the old old leaders being toppled, and the young people, the people wanting to have change. Well, this is a type of internal conflict and change that people who are having their Saturn return are going through right now. What I wanna suggest to Paris Hilton is drop the mask. M-A-S-K. Drop the mask. What she has been doing for the sake of appearances by branding herself as a silly little girl when she really has some talent. I'm not saying, oh, poor little rich girl. I'm saying she can sing, she can write, she's obviously a businesswoman because, her and the rest of the young people in the Hilton family got cut off of the inheritance. So she has to make her own money, and she does work very hard. But what her problem is she has moon opposed Venus. Now, moon opposed Venus, let's look at her moon. Where's her moon? Okay. Moon opposed Venus, right there, okay? Her moon is in Leo. Now, everybody knows moon in Leo, in order to be cheered up, they need attention, they need applause, they need you to throw the glitter, they need the paparazzi, they need everything. But her Venus is in Aquarius. Aquarius is sort of like a cold place to have Venus. It's like the values of the Venus is like for at arm's distance. Oh, the hungry must be fed, but not at my table. The homeless should be sheltered, but not at my crib. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a lot of shoulds going on, a lot of intellectual shoulds going on in her value system, and it's opposite her subconscious emotional response. And what happens with people who have moon opposed Venus is that when they feel vulnerable, it makes them uncomfortable. Like if they open up to love, then they get all scared, and so they can vacillate between being really open and effusive and oh I love you to being like oh kind of arm's distance and I don't have blood in my veins but I have Xerox copy fluid. So that's one of the problems that she has. Another problem that she has is she has Mars squared ascendant. Now Mars squared ascendant, here's your ascendant. Here's Mars squared ascendant. Mars is the action aggression planet. Okay, it's down here. Okay. She's got a lot of things going on with Mars. She's got some good things going on with Mars, and that's why she's making money. She's making more money than me and you, okay? But Mars, which is aggression, ascendant is your public face. There's times where she is sort of like in your face, and I think that the best example of that is when she made that presidential commercial telling McCain and Obama how they can find a balance in their energy policies. What she needs to do right now with her Saturn return is she needs to get real with herself. She's a grown woman now. So this little cutesy thing, her quote is, dress cute because life's too short to blend in. Well, if she wants to have a reality show that anybody's going to follow, she has to do a reality show of her showing herself as the hardworking woman that she is. She has fragrance lines. She has shoe lines, the clothing deals, doing books. Her songs ain't bad. You know, I mean, critics have said it's better than anything that Britney Spears or Jessica Simpson has come out with. And so I'm saying don't hate her because she's cute and she's rich. Feel sorry for her because she has Mars opposed Venus. It's hard for her to love people because she feels that she has to pay a price. That one of the reasons why she broke up with one of the guys that she was involved with is that she felt that he was only using her to gain a notoriety. Well, if he's good in bed and he kisses your face and he puts up with your insecurities, let him gain a little bit of, PR time and notoriety off of you. But so she's 30 years old now, so she has to deal with relationships because Saturn in Libra always talks about relationships. And I'm saying don't get married just because you feel you have to be married, and don't do things because of the appearance that it will show to other people. Get rid of those people who are just yes men and sycophants who just say, "Oh, you're just so wonderful," instead of saying, "Girlfriend, grow up." So there's a lot more, but she has to let go of feeling competitive with boyfriends, also with lovers and boyfriends. So that's just a small sample. Oh, she also has Sun conjunct Mercury. Sun conjunct Mercury is kind of difficult to tell people things like this because their ego vehicle, the Sun, and their intellect are like Siamese twins. Both at, look at, 28 degrees, 33 minutes, 28 degrees, 55 minutes. It's hard for them to stand in other people's shoes. It's hard for them to see their own faults because they have a blind spot that's really glaringly obvious to other people. So in order for her to make the growth processes that she needs to make, she has to come to terms with the fact that she has this sort of self-centered look. She is, with this Sun conjunct Mercury, she is insecure with this Moon opposed Venus, and she is sort of confrontational with this Mars square descendant. She has a lot of positive things. She's got a lot of good luck things. See all the blue lines and all the green lines? That's good. I mean, she's going to make money. But for her to make this step with this Saturn return, she has to grow up, get rid of the people in her life that are going to land her in jail if she keeps on hanging around with people who are smoking pot and not being cool about it. And because Saturn came on strong with her, saying, "You're in court, you're in court, you're in jail, you're on probation." Okay, that's what Saturn and Libra did to her. And she had to probably get rid of some people in her life that was like not a very good influence. But anyway, this is a little bit about Paris Hilton, and I wish her well. And if she ever needs any help, she can call me.